Welcome. I see you. You sitting there cradling your phone like it owes you something, while your backup love handles quietly apply for permanent residency on your waistline. You look, and I say this with all the warmth of a man who actually cares about your future, like a Christmas turkey that survived the oven, basted, stuffed, slightly glazed. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you 10 tricks, real, science-backed, actually works tricks to fix that. You watch to the end, you stop being a turkey. You click away, you stay basted. Simple contract. Let's go. Trick 1. Protein. And no, this isn't just for gym bros who take photos of their chicken and rice at 6 a.m. Protein is for everyone, especially you, sentient beanbag. Here's the thing nobody tells you at the drive-thru. Your body has to work to digest protein. It's called the thermic effect of food. Your body burns somewhere between 20 and 30% of protein's calories just processing it. You eat 100 calories of chicken breast, you only net around 75, automatically, without doing a single crunch. Compare that to sugar. Zero thermic effect, zero work from your body, just pure, effortless storage, straight to the Christmas turkey suit. Stop. Look at your last meal. How much of it was protein? If your answer is some cheese, we need to talk. Trick 2. Fiber. Fiber is your 11 p.m. fridge raid's worst enemy. When you eat high-fiber foods, vegetables, legumes, oats, they slow gastric emptying. Translation, you feel full longer, your hunger signals don't spike, you don't stand in front of the fridge at midnight eating peanut butter out of the jar with a spoon. The broccoli monk doesn't raid the fridge, the sugar junkie does. Be the monk. Trick 3. Put the caramel frappuccino down. Put it down. Here's something wild. Your brain doesn't register liquid calories the same way it registers solid food. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirms it. Liquid calories don't trigger the same satiety signals. You drink 500 calories of sweetened coffee, your brain goes, cool, nothing happened. Then you eat a full lunch on top of it. Stop. Look at what you're drinking right now. If it is not water, plain coffee, or tea, you are actively working against yourself. I'm not here to yell at you, I'm just reporting facts. The facts are yelling. Trick 4. Complex carbs versus refined carbs. This is not a war on carbohydrates. Carbs are fine, it's the type that matters. A bowl of oats and a white bread roll have similar calorie counts, but oats digest slowly. They spike your blood sugar gently, keep you full for hours, and don't trigger the I deserve a 600-calorie muffin response at 10 a.m. Potatoes, actual potatoes, not the deep-fried ones, are one of the most satiating foods ever measured on the satiety index. That's your cheat code. Not fancy, not expensive, just effective. Trick 5. I want you to picture the treadmill zombie. You know the one, eyes glazed, moving at a pace that looks like they're being chased by something they don't fully believe exists, exhausted, starving, and after an hour of suffering, they treat themselves to a post-gym smoothie that costs 480 calories and undoes every single step. Sound familiar? Possibly a little too familiar? Here's what the science actually says. Walking is the silent killer of fat, not because it burns more calories per minute than running, it doesn't, but because of something called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, the calories you burn just moving through your day, not informal exercise. Studies on NEAT show that highly active individuals can burn anywhere from 300 to 2,000 more calories per day than sedentary individuals without a single trip to the gym. 10,000 steps burns roughly 400 to 500 calories for the average person. And here's the critical part. Walking doesn't spike your appetite. It doesn't trigger the compensation response. You don't walk for an hour and immediately need a reward muffin. The treadmill zombie runs himself into the ground, eats his feelings, and stays exactly the same weight. The 10,000 step person just goes for a morning walk, doesn't think about it, and quietly drops 2 pounds a month. One of these is sustainable. One looks like suffering. Choose accordingly. Trick 6. This one is going to save you from quitting. Because here's what happens. You start, you're good for 3 weeks. You eat the protein, you walk the steps, you drink the water. And then you look in the mirror and your face is thinner, but your gut still there. And you think this isn't working and you stop. Don't stop. Here's what's actually happening. DEXA scan data, the gold standard of body composition measurement, shows us that belly fat exists in 3 distinct layers. Layer 1, Subcutaneous fat, the soft stuff directly under your skin. This is the stuff you can grab. It's the first to show changes and also, infuriatingly, one of the last places it disappears visibly on the stomach. Layer 2, deeper subcutaneous stores. You're losing from here too. Your clothes are getting looser even if the mirror lies. Visceral fat, the dangerous fat packed around your organs. This is the stuff that actually kills you, raises your risk for cardiovascular disease, metabolic disorders, all of it. And here's the almost poetic twist. Visceral fat is typically mobilized first when you're in a calorie deficit. You are losing the fat that matters most before your abs show up. This is the thin face trap. Your face gets leaner, your arms slim down, your gut looks the same in week 3, but internally, you are winning. The process is real, the results are coming. Do not quit because the mirror isn't cooperating yet. Your DEXA scan would tell a different story. Trick 7. Sleep. I know, you've heard it, and you're still up at 2 a.m. watching videos, possibly this one, which is a delightful irony, while cortisol throws a party in your bloodstream. Here's what cortisol actually does to your body composition. When you're sleep deprived, cortisol rises. Elevated cortisol tells your body to hold on to fat, particularly visceral fat, the dangerous kind we just talked about. It simultaneously suppresses testosterone and growth hormone, both of which are critical for maintaining and building lean muscle. Less muscle means a slower resting metabolic rate. A slower metabolic rate means you burn fewer calories doing nothing. Fewer calories burned means more stored. You see how this avalanche works. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is, I need you to hear this, literally free fat loss. You don't buy anything, you don't lift anything, you just sleep, and your body does the work. Trick 8. Heavy lifting. Not side crunches, heavy compound lifting. Squats, deadlifts, rows, presses. When you build muscle, real muscle, your resting metabolic rate goes up. You burn more calories sitting on the couch. You reshape the body underneath the fat so that when the fat does come off, there's actually something worth seeing. Sleep and lifting are the 2 hormonal levers you are almost certainly not pulling. Pull them. Trick 9. We need to talk about your side crunch addiction. I know exactly what you're doing. You wake up, you do 200 side crunches, then 200 more. You can feel the burn. You think the burn means the fat is leaving. It is not leaving. Spot reduction is not real. It has never been real. Decades of research have confirmed this repeatedly. You cannot direct your body to burn fat from a specific location by exercising that location. Fat loss is systemic. Your body decides where it comes from, and it doesn't take requests. But here's the thing that makes side spamming actively counterproductive. When you train a muscle without losing the fat on top of it, what happens? The muscle grows, slightly, under the fat, making the area look wider. You are, by doing 1,000 side crunches a day, potentially making your waist look larger. This is the muscle under mud problem. Beautiful sculpture, can't see it, and now it's taking up slightly more space. Lift heavy, eat in a deficit, walk your steps. The abs are under there. Stop burying them deeper. Trick 10, and this one is for the viewer who has been grinding for weeks and feels like nothing is happening anymore. Your metabolism is not broken, it is adaptive. When you eat in a sustained calorie deficit, your body, being the clever, annoyingly efficient survival machine that it is, starts to down-regulate its energy expenditure. Scientists call this metabolic adaptation. I call it your body's thrifty mode. The fix? A strategic diet break. Eating at maintenance calories or even slightly above for 1 week every 6 to 8 weeks can help reset leptin levels, restore hormonal balance, and bring your metabolism back online. This is the one time where the smartest thing you can do is eat more. Not forever, 1 week, then back to the plan. Sometimes the laziest looking move is the most intelligent one. All right, you made it. 10 tricks. High protein, high fiber, no liquid calories, complex carbs, 10,000 steps, 3-layer fat patience, 7 hours of sleep, heavy lifting, no spot reduction, strategic diet breaks. You are officially no longer a Christmas turkey. The oven is off. Now, here's my final instruction, and I need you to follow it immediately. Put the phone down. Go for a walk. You've had enough information for one day. Go be a human. I'll be here when you need trick 11.